I'm just curious because you say it's mapping it the most efficient way.
Yep.
It just seems like it's struggle busing to. Oh. I thought about it.
Right?
Anna, why is it raining? How's it going?
Good, how are you?
Good.
Nathan?
Nathan.
I'm Tony.
Nice to meet you.
You as well.
So I'm not sure how much you know about this, but basically it's like a Roomba. It wants to see a shape and it wants to see a perimeter, right? So once you have your perimeter mapped in, as long as that is some kind of shape, it will automatically identify what is the most efficient way to cut the remainder of that shape, right? So it does have a GPS, and it does actually use cell phone towers, almost like what farmers use for planting their crops. It has about a half a mile line of sight, hence the flag. I have taken it over a half a mile, and it still performs flawlessly.
Okay.
It is ideal for areas that are between 15 and 20 acres. If you're doing that per week and it's wide area mowing, this is going to add nothing but more efficiency and productivity to your crew, who's ever running it. The other thing that's cool about it too is that it will mow in the rain. There's nothing, it's not completely waterproof. I wouldn't power wash the tower head or anything, but it can get wet.
Okay.
It does mow in the dark.
All right. It's a little bit of a rainy day today, but we have Tony with Pace and Wright mowers out here giving us a demo on their 72-inch autonomous mower. Right here mowing my parents' front yard. We're gonna see how this thing does and if it's a practical addition to our team or how it all works. I know that they have been improving the technology year over year, and we wanted to see how maybe it would fit in our operation. And so we're gonna find out today. He's mowing the perimeter pass, getting the mapping done, and then we'll see how it goes from there. Yeah, I mean, this is relatively open.
Yeah. I'd probably just start squaring it off and be like, okay, well, this is my most wide open area, and I'm just gonna cut this, and then I'll have the other operator
run the other machine,
right?
And just play catch up around it.
Exactly, exactly. Because the most difficult thing is setting up the map the most ideal way that you want it to work, right?
Yeah.
That's what takes the longest. It's fairly easy to do. If you have an operator that can send an email, you can operate this. It's not rocket science. It really isn't.
And once you set it up the first time, you don't have to set it up.
It's there forever. It's there forever.
So it's the time to put it in, but then after that, it's done.
Correct.
Okay.
Now, what I'll do is I'll set up some obstacles, or I'll do some keep out zones with the trees, just so you can see how it's going to start arguing with itself, because it has a safety zone. It has a relaxed setting, but it also still has to argue with itself.
All right. We'll see what it can do.
Yeah. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to create a new job.
Okay.
I'm going to do a job perimeter. Well, I'm going to start mapping, right?
Yeah.
So I'm going to click on Start Map. And this is basically what your operator would do once he gets to a property.
You almost need like a like the Amazon building. Oh yeah.
So,
which I think is they're trying to sell it as it's a replacement for, well, replacement for a guy.
So it should
look at that.
Record your shape.
Yep.
So that's what I did.
Yep.
So I've created the shape. That's my shape. It's already planting stripes. You can see the lines there. That's the lines that it wants to take.
Crazy.
I can adjust those in any direction. I can go north, south, east, west, whatever it wants. What I'm going to do now, though, is going to create a no-go zone, especially for the trees that are in the wide open center over there. And then we'll come back and then we'll have it start mowing.
Okay, so you go take it over to each obstacle, mow around it?
So it'll do one of two things. So I can start entering them manually. Like, it won't pick up the beds, but it'll pick up the trees. So I have to do a no-go zone for the beds. The trees, like the whole cluster of 3 trees right there, I'll just create the whole thing rather than going in between each one of them, right? I'll just cut it out and be done with it.
Okay.
If you pull up your map, you can see all the no-go zones that I've created.
Yep.
So the mower's in autonomous mode. My map's good to go. All I'm gonna do here from the remote now is press and hold, well, 1 to enter remote mode. Then I'm gonna press and hold 2 until it vibrates back at me. On the app, it shows 8/10 of an acre, 23 minutes left. Now,
and you said that they're running them on somewhere down in Detroit or something?
Ann Arbor Public Schools has them. And then they're also on the west side of the state in Muskegon area. Right? So, yeah. So that's exactly what it's doing, right? It sees the leaves hanging down, but it also sees it as, okay, well, there's something here.
The mower's struggle busting a little bit. I don't know if we set it up for success here. It's 0.8 acres, which I know he's saying that it likes wide open park, you know, areas and 10+ acres, which, you know, if you got a 10-acre field, I don't think I'd want to be mowing that either. So I get that. So we'll see how it does. Well, and it shows you the limitations of really, like, when it gets going in an open field, I'm sure it can cook. Yeah. But it's, if you got low-hanging branches or anything, there we go.
Now we're cooking.
Okay. Now it actually looks like it is doing its job.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see football fields.
Yeah.
You're just going down and back.
Yep.
Or like I said, I completely understand the municipality aspect to it, because you just need a guy on a mower, you know. I mean, if you're doing a blank field and it's gonna mow for 3 hours, you can go do everything else and come back.
Yep.
Can you put it on the side of a highway? You see anybody do that?
You could.
Like if you had like the rest stops where it's just like...
You could, where it's constant traffic.
Yeah.
We can start messing with it, and you can see how the obstacle detection works on it.
Yeah.
I mean, you can go right up to it. If you attack it and you stand on the back platform, it'll automatically shut off, right? If you slowly work your way up to it, it's gonna keep trying to walk around you. It'd be just as annoying as watching it now.
Like, it started mowing over here and then it came over here. You know why?
Well, it has a GPS tracker on it, and also has cell phone signals on it, where it's actually looking at it once the shape is done. So it's already got its lines where it's gonna mow.
Yeah.
It just knows that it hasn't mowed it yet, right? So it already knows what it's got to mow next.
I'm just curious, because you say it's mapping it the most efficient way.
Yep.
It just seems like it's struggle busing to...
The obstacles are what's fighting it, right? It's arguing with itself. It's meant for wide area open mowing.
Yeah.
Here we go. Here's another obstacle, right?
Oh. I thought about it.
Right?
The real question is, will it come back?
I can't handle this.
Tony, we're trying to get a good video of this thing mowing
Yeah.
for you. It's like your kid at soccer, you know, you're hoping and praying. Just score a goal, buddy.
You can do it.
We want you to do it. Yep. Look at that thing, straight arrow. I'll give it that.
Some guys don't like the spike that the duals leave, just because you see a little bit of a in between the dual wheels. But other guys are like, man, I need it for the traction, I need it for the hills that I'm on, I need it for this, I need it for that.
And you said that you can't run it without the mulching kit because it'll mess up with the camera.
Correct. So that's a factory plate that's on there.
No. Well, that's what we were talking about. I was like, yeah, you can, like, if you had big properties and you know you got a whole public schools that needs to be done, and you can go send it out and you can come back 3 hours later,
yep,
and it had the whole front entrance done,
yep,
and you're just doing cleanup, then great. So
there's, you know, sports games going on all day. Wait till after 5 o'clock.
Fire it up and come back.
It'll mow in the dark.
Yeah,
you know?
Absolutely. The mower's getting stuck again. I want it to come back to me. With it in the background, tripping out. All right, so this wraps up my time with the Wright demo. A pretty amazing technology and machine for what it is. For our application, I think it's gonna struggle a little bit. You know, this is a pretty big open front yard and a lot of obstacles, you know, around the edges, but down the middle, when we saw it working, it lays some lines and it's really, it could be efficient for what it is. But like I said, for our application, I think it would struggle. I think in a couple years when they come out with the 61-inch autonomous, I'm excited to see kind of how that plays out and if it's able to do properties like this a little bit easier. That 72-inch deck is big and it does require, you know, making sure that you're avoiding areas. So again, I'd like to thank Tony with Pace, Wright, for letting us demo it. And I'm excited to see what they bring in the future with this product and the product line itself. They have great mowers. This is going to be an awesome machine for somebody who's doing, you know, football fields, big community centers, open lots. You know, you can let it lay those stripes all day. So will autonomous mowers replace crews? I don't think so. I think that the autonomous market is going to continue to grow and you will always need someone trimming, you always need someone to drive the mower to the site, and as the market continues to grow, the technology gets better, I think that it's only going to help the industry and help us continue to take on accounts and take care of the community we serve. I thank them for their time today. Thank you for watching and we'll catch you on the next one.